Unlock the future of trading. Price degrees plus Prophetic OSC, the new gold standard for YM future scalping. Powered by 369 forecasts, precision isn't a luxury, it's your edge. In the fast world of Dow Jones futures, milliseconds decide wins or losses. Forget lagging indicators, forget guesswork. Price degrees reveals sacred market rotations, 90, 180, 270 and 360 degrees in real time. Prophetic OSC forecasts the rhythm before it even happens. Trade like the market thinks, not like the crowd reacts. Built on 369 science and Tesla's universal truth, this isn't just an indicator, it's an operating system for precision. If YM scalping is your game, this is your upgrade.
Welcome friends and traders. Let's demonstrate two more powerful entities. One is level 3 square of 9 hybrid trading framework, which talks about expanding the square of 9 calculator, which has been consumed by sales and marketing for 100 years with no profit delivered to the unwavering and committed retail traders. Never got anything out of it. We have some insights given to you earlier how to use it. Very different way of doing it. This one takes it to the next level, where we are pinning the objects at the harmonic levels for a given instrument, and that harmonic object is this blue line, and that is the hidden discovery of 369 forecast.com. Next is the relief offered to 100 years of Elliott wave traders. If you ask an Elliott expert to draw the wave ABC major minors, they will give you 10 different answers. There are actually 9 waves, not 5. There are 9 waves, which ends the phenomena of trend, which we will discover some other day. Now these two tools can be brought together to life, and we can compress the suffering of retail market, which has been really injected for 100 years. And this is one of the approaches, tactical moves we can use every day to trade. In the end, you are hired as a trader to manage money, make money, and this is the business. All right. So this business is going to be executed on what we call as reflective degrees. You must appreciate Mr. Gann, who brought this knowledge, the ancient knowledge which has been there, which has been used in building. It's a 5,000-year-old knowledge. If you understand the architecture, how the temples, the ancient temples from Asia, Middle East were built, the architecture diagrams, you understand those civil engineering architecture diagrams, where they have thousands of years of old temples, and there are 200 kind of pyramids. We just know about the 3 pyramids of Giza. There are 200 across the globe, not only in Egypt, right? So, but if you understand the architectures, they used all these angles and the layers of angles, concentric circles and angular slopes, and they knew about architecture more than we do, I guess. So we have the ancient knowledge behind us, done the right way, and now we're going to use that. As a trader, you must deliver profits end of the week, end of the month, or you are out. That's the game. All right, my friends and traders, you see on the right side, we're going to be looking at Gann. Now, we are talking about Gann and the angles, 45, 90, 180. So first we have to check the market tone, how it is vibrating. Major high and low is supposed to be produced. Now, remember, we segment this market into 3-hour window, 3, 6, 9. That's the way we have 369 forecast.com. then goes from 9 to 12, 12 to 15, 15 to 18, 18 to, that's how it goes. And now what we are going to do, we're not going to do 9 wave endpoints. We're just going to look at these degrees and these lines to act as entry and stop loss. Very tightly controlled, and this is YM. 45,000 value of this instrument, right? In terms of price. Actual notional value is much different. For the future contract, we use leveraged buy-ins, and so anyway, so to minimize the risk without fear is the question. So you can take 4 or 5 good trades a day and you're done. Catch the day's highs and low, you're done. So we need to know the pricing. This is nothing to do with timing. We will introduce timing later on. We can use a moon timer, but at this point in time, these two can generate a profitable enterprise for you. All right, for you and your generations to come. This is 5,000 years old technology, nothing new, as they say. All right, so what we're going to see is market at this point was at 90 degrees. See that between the brackets, 90 degrees. Now this 90 degrees offset from this price, which you will never figure out on your own, because we are using very complex harmonic singularity mathematics to pin these numbers. As the ranges change, we change this pinning point. This is not tying up to the highs and lows. That is the biggest failure the world has for 100 years. They cannot figure it out. Unfortunately, they will never be able to do it the way they have been taught. So there is hope, and here it is. All right, my friends, right here, 90 degrees is where we saw the reflection. You see that? If I'm trading this 90 degrees early morning, my stop loss is right there, small stop loss. And what gives us the confidence is right there, the oscillation. All right, perfect. Now this is a 3-minute chart of YM. It moves fast, but it gives you enough time. It moves smoothly. Then some people cannot trade NQ, so this might be the one to do. If you want, it doesn't matter what you trade. If you want to trade CL or soybeans or wheat, they trend slowly and smoothly. If you need fast action, YM is decent. If you need a super fast reactive actions, NQ is a great opportunity which awaits. Now this is what we traded. Now the one thing what we need to understand is it reflected from 90. I'm already looking at 90 and 180 for other side of reflection. Other side of reflection from the center point. It says center. For the reason it says center. This is the center. And this is not a center of high and low. It is nothing to do with market profile, value areas, or anything from previous high-low POCs. Nothing. It's a pure synthetic value which we generate. All right, 90 is here. Same thing. Now what we're looking for, these oscillators to give us the push on price level. 90, and look at the oscillator. Now what is going on here? This is entry, this is entry. The two entries given by the faster segment of the oscillations. Faster segment of the oscillations. Stop loss is pretty much contained, my friends and traders. Right here, it's contained stop loss. And they are pretty much almost equidistant. It explodes as we go far away in degrees, but right now let's not get into that, right? So if this is my stop loss, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you know where it might be reflecting from. So 1 to 6. Same thing here. Stop loss is 1. If you get punched, you can try again. All right. So next thing is 90 is next one is 180, right? So if 90 fail, I will go to 180. And same thing, 1 to 6, 1 to 6, 1 to 6, my friends. That's what we are after. If I get 1 to 6, I can take 6 more trades. If I lose each of the boxes 6 times, I'm breaking even on that day. My job is to go from 1 to 36. That's what scalping is all about, right? Not just emotional structures. All right, so what we're gonna do? Well, we had a reaction from this. Now same thing, it came back. Now you're looking at a retail mindset of double tops, ascending triangle, right? Let's talk about in the language you understand. All right, this ascending triangle, I'm gonna assume this is gonna break out from this, but you didn't understand this technical basics 101. What we're looking for is, hey, this is coming closer, you will jump. Most of the time I get emails that they before the war starts, they fire the bullets. All right, so right here, my friends, if you fire the bullet, make sure you have encapsulation, or you have the two things binding together. This is what we call as encapsulation, and they're both injecting their bias in the same direction. And red is inside the green line right here. So you got lucky if you unjumped the gun, but if you keep playing with luck, eventually it runs out. You follow the structural rules of trading. I'll give you 1 to 2. Okay, let's say we got it. Okay, that's fine. Now, given the structure, what we are looking at is, if it is bouncing from 90 and 90, next as they evolve, they're gonna explode the degrees. That's the concept which we have seen in 369 portfolios. Next degrees of inflection. Now you can think about Gann. Since you are aware of Gann, you guys are master of Gann work. Now what we see is 180 degrees. So if I'm going to reflect on 180, I'm looking at this oscillation. You can use any oscillation, but this is the world's level 4 oscillator for the reason. All right, my friends, right here. Stop loss is right here, 1 to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5, 6. Made it. That is money management. You can do it. Now what will Gann do? Think what will Gann do? He will be punching until you hit from this degree to the next degree. 180 degrees travel is happening. 90 degrees is happening. He will keep on adding, adding, and adding. All right. Okay, so now we can do some C54 projections of market makers and all those things. And this all happened before the market opened. So far we got lucky. Let's say we just took this and this. Okay, we just do 5 steps. 1 to 5, 1 to 5. Okay, 10 wins, 15 wins, 15 boxes. .12 separation, 15 times just the commission. Let's say give 2 ticks for commission and whatever slippage. 10, 150 points before the market opens. All right, sir. All right. Now we are feeling a little bit more confident about this. These days, degrees are pinning on 90 and 180, and we're gonna just be trusting these levels. So now next comes here. Well, this is one huge bar. Some news came, obviously, right? This was a stop loss. So how do we muster enough courage after this devastating loss of 10 points, 12 points after 150 point wins? Well, last thing you want to do is be dejected. Now let's see what happens, right? That's the game. No mind. Always remember, trading needs rules, not mind. So now right here, at this point, I'm like going to go long. I want this guy to really be down. It's not. It is right. It could have been, I think, I would say take a loss, right? Nothing else you can do. Market is going up. You're feeling confident. 90's been working for a while. Okay, you're now cocky, and there it goes. Stop loss. No worries. Now, what are we expecting from this next move, next trade? Remember, we decided to trade on 90 and 180s. Now, this point was critical. It got smashed, but remember, it came back to retest it. 90. See that? 90. Now upskill your trading, my friends. Upskill your trading. Multi-generation. Teach your kids, 5-year-olds. You've done so much automation behind the scenes. If you're not investing in your multi-generational value drivers, then you're not a good investor, I guess. It's okay. Not everybody is. All right. Now we're investing in 90s, right? So, okay, 90. So this was a 90 which got reflected, so I'll mark that 90. Now we're looking at 90 and 180. Where is 90? Okay, so now 90 is here also, and 90 is 180 is here also. Afternoon. Now we know 90s and 90s and 180s. So now there's a law of addition. We can talk about it a little later. I can't teach all things in one shot. 180 worked out. 180 is also reflection, which is also half a circle. This is half a circle, means something in market maker game plan. All right. Market is, you're thinking, 90 is there. Now here's the game you have to play. Now this is a 3-minute chart. You can slow down, you can do things, you can slow down the oscillator, you can do like 9 minutes, right? You can go to 15 minutes. So you have less oscillations, right? And then you're gonna smooth down further, but as a scalper, you're gonna hit it over and over. It comes here, you hit it again. Stop loss is 1 tick below this, you never got stopped out, and boom. This time 1 to 2 only. When it jumps to, break it to break even. You're going from 1 to 5, right? If you're doing, now this is a very aggressive move down, right? Don't expect right away. Now again, going back to level 1 coaching of banking bars. Now this is a seller bar. They will retrace it inside this. Now the real trade was when you saw this, you better waiting into this to retest this as a real phenomena or not. First retest will take place, and it took place at 90. This is official trade, but if you are initially starting off, you'll be taking a lot of trades. Okay, you got a break even here, no worries, wash out. That's why I'm not saying it, anything about it. Comes down again, it took it, it never get anywhere, stop loss. Okay, so we had 150 win, we lost 10 and 20, we lost here 10, we lost here 10. Okay, no worries, we are back to 130. Think that way only. Where we go, let's say 120. Okay, let's give you more damage. Now coming down to 1 again, back to 90s and 180s. Right here I'm at 180, boom, stop loss here, back into business. How many points? You can just see yourself. Okay, go ahead. Next, same thing. Now I'm inside this big bar, lean bar, banking bar, at 180, at 90. They both worked out beautifully. Okay, so we are up quite a bit of points here, more than 300 points. Don't worry about it. It's not about the points right now. Understanding the game. All right, my friends, right here, back to 180. Now this is our, we already talked about it. The oscillations are there, ready. Okay, the best, as I said, the best trades are encapsulated trade. You don't see them much. They come when they come, which we will discuss separately how to deal with those encapsulation. One encapsulation is right here, where we have 2 of the oscillation injecting their bias. All right, so 180 is here, and there it goes again. So if you took all these trades, which we have to as a professional traders, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 trades. That's what I've been telling you. As a professional, if you do the right things with any of these tool sets, we are offering you this $250,000 software components that 8 to 10 trades are normal, because all the situation will set up in such a way, intraday 8 hours, 10 hours, long 12 hours a day, As a professional, long 12 hours a day, you will have roughly every 1 hour, 45 minutes, one trade. That's the average, for 20 years. That's how it comes down. And then you just cannot come and say, I'll come at 9 o'clock and make some trades, right? You need to have a plan, you need to have a structure, you have to get up early morning if this is your business. And this is how you trade it, right? All right, my friends and traders. So this is how the day played out, and this is today live data, and this is how it played out nicely. Okay, and so now we have ability to tone down these frequencies by slowing down, if that is how you prefer to trade. This is designed, as I said, 8 to 10 trades within a 12-hour window. And 12 means you're looking at 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. New York time, right? So you'll get 10, 11 trades, and you can keep it up 200, 300 points a day with one contract. You can do the math with 10 contracts and 20 contracts. Accuracy is very high. It takes a practice and single focus to get to that vision of yours. All right, my friends and traders, I really appreciate for participating in this display of possibilities for